Hi, thank you for joining us. Knowing how to measure is an important thing. It gives us help and clues for the success of our tasks. Think of some things we measure. We measure inches for curtains. We measure how far apart to plant seeds or to measure their growth. We measure in miles or kilometers how far it is to get to our destination. We measure how far it is to travel to Mars. In music, we measure the distance between notes so we can have a smoother ride. We don't measure in inches or miles or kilometers. We measure in intervals. An interval is the distance between two notes or pitches. Why bother with the calculations? Simply because the distances also have amazing effects and fun patterns that help make your music easier to understand. We get 3 important clues when we look at intervals. This is easy. Clue number 1, whether the interval is melodic or harmonic. Intervals are melodic if they are played separately, played one at a time, like singing or playing a melody. No matter what instrument you are learning, we all start out playing simple melodies, one note at a time. Or harmonic if they are played together, stacked. Think of it like the top note is the melody, but now the bottom note is extra harmony. Pianists can play multiple keys, instrumentalists combine instruments. Together, we hear rich, colorful music. That's it. The intervals are either separated or together. Clue number 2 is their number value, their size. In music, it just means the distance between the two notes. Easy. Here are 2 harmonic intervals. The letter names are not important. To get to the number value, let's measure the distance. This is fun. We are going to count the lines and spaces on our fingers. Start with the bottom note, whatever it is, as our home base. Count it as space number 1. We pass through the line and count it as number 2. We pass through the next space, counting it as number 3. Pass through the next line for number 4. And land on the space for number 5. We call it a 5th. Does it feel good so far? Can you figure out this number value for these 2 harmonic intervals? Start with the bottom note up. It's a 4th. Line, space, line, space. Always count the one you start on, the lines and spaces in the middle, and the one you end on. Let's climb up for a closer look at these melodic, separated intervals. The distance between these 2 same melodic intervals you would think would be ones, but we call them unisons. Uni means one, just like a unicycle has one wheel. You sing unisons at the start of Jingle Bells. Try it. The distance between these 2 melodic intervals, line to space, or any space to line, the answer is 2. We call them seconds. Before you learned the word interval, you called seconds steps, climbing one step to the very next. Harmonic seconds don't sound so great. But separated in this melody ahead, they are just right. When you sing the start of Happy Birthday, Happy Birth, you are singing a second. Try it. Here we have line through space, then land on line. The number value, the distance between these 2 intervals, is 3. Thirds. You first learned thirds as skips. Start on a key, skip a key, and land on a key. Or play a letter, skip a letter, play a letter. like when you toss a pebble and see it skip, or finding skips in a board game. Thirds go from any line to the next line or any space to the next space. When you sing the first two notes for he's in For He's a Jolly Good Fellow, you are singing a third. Try it. What is the number value of these two intervals? Line, space, line, space. The answer is 4, a fourth. You can see how fourths are getting a little bigger. You sing fourths when you sing the first two words, here comes, and here comes the bride. Or when you hear this. Those first 4 notes bring you to a fourth. These silly singing games really help develop your eyes and ears. You can pick any song you personally know that starts with any of these intervals. What is the number value between these two melodic intervals? Line, space, line, space, line. 5, a fifth. Fifths go from line to line, skipping a line in the middle, or space to space, skipping a space in the middle. I love fifths. We haven't explored triads yet, but fifths are what I call the outside shell of a triad. Fifths and shells are strong. You may have heard harmonic fifths in beautifully strong Indian ceremonies and celebrations. Or strong in the early days of rock and roll. When you hear the start of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, you have a fifth. How about this number value? Line, space, line, and land on space. A sixth. I think of 6 as a fifth plus 1 up, just like counting on my hand. 5 fingers plus 1 more. The dashing part of Jingle Bells is a 6. Hum it. While we are thinking snow and bells, harmonic 6 are fun for song introductions. How about the number value here? Line, space, line, and land on line. A seventh. Sevens go from line to line, skipping 2 lines in the middle, or space to space, skipping 2 spaces in the middle. Nora Jones sings a seventh in her first 2 words, I waited, and I don't know why. And eighths, we call octaves. Octave letter names will always match. On a keyboard, it's a good stretch. The first word, somewhere in Somewhere Over the Rainbow, is an octave. You can hum it with us. Excellent. So you know if the intervals are melodic or harmonic. You know how to find the number value by using your eyes and counting the lines and spaces on your fingers. You are also able to use your ears by matching the interval with a song. That double check gives you more tools in your toolbox. We used to hum the intervals played and match them to a song. Take a guess, it's fun. So far, we've covered the songs starting with C for a reason. But we can alter those intervals and include the black keys. That's for clue number 3. Then we will be giving the intervals a special name, but that's for another episode coming up soon. Clue number 3 is easy enough too, but let's just enjoy and digest clues 1 and 2 first. Can you answer these questions on intervals? Here we go. What is an interval? The distance between 2 notes or pitches. Are these melodic or harmonic? Melodic. Are these melodic or harmonic? Harmonic. Are these melodic or harmonic? Harmonic. Are these melodic or harmonic? Melodic. What is the number value of these two intervals? A fourth. What is the number value of these two intervals? A third. Are thirds steps or skips? Skips. What is the number value of these two intervals? A sixth. What is the number value of these two intervals? A second. Are these steps or skips? Steps. What is the number value of these two intervals? Octaves. What is the number value of these two intervals? Unisons. What is the number value of these two intervals? Fifths. What is the number value of these two intervals? Sevenths. Almost done. Can you give me a song title to remember these intervals? Here we go. A song that starts with unisons. Jingle bells. A song for seconds. Happy birthday. A song for thirds. For he's a jolly good fellow. A song for fourths. Here comes the bride or the Addams Family. A song for fifths. Twinkle, twinkle. A song for sixths. The dashing part of Jingle Bells. A song for sevenths. Don't know why. A song for octaves. Somewhere over the rainbow. Congratulations! Identifying the sounds of intervals sharpens and balances your eyes and ears. Now your eyes and ears are a great team. Your eyes will see the intervals on paper and your ears will hear and confirm them. Your sight reading just got a huge boost because you will see patterns and hear the melodies and harmonies coming up ahead. Soon your eyes will be able to quickly judge the distance apart, like a mental ruler. Your sight singing will be fearless because you can attach beginnings of songs to specific intervals. You will even start to develop relative pitch, recognizing the pitches when the doorbell rings, or an appliance dings, or a car motor hums. You can create music freely. Start with introductions and endings using your favorite intervals and patterns. You just gave yourself a huge building block in your solid foundation of musical knowledge. Every step you take will produce a beautiful result in the end. Celebrate your accomplishments. You are moving forward. See you in episode 18.